that period, that kind of mechanical age, basically, that we were in, if you think about everything that it stood for, like it stood for permanency. You know, architects, when we design buildings, it had to be you're going to put up a building because it's going to be 300-400 years. Or you're designing a product and it's got to last for a very long time, et cetera, et cetera. All of a sudden now the digital age is more disposable. Now, you know, I'm not saying for good or bad, but it's much more disposable. It's also,
which means humanity's changed its position in terms of the illusion of ownership.
I love you that you said that.
Okay.
I love that. You know, I always say this: pharaohs and dynasties and kings and all these people, they accumulated as much material around them as possible, you know, for their wealth and their power and all that. But really, what they were accumulating for was immortality, because they believed that the more material you had around you, the more somehow you would exist forever. And it took us a very long time to start realizing.
Can't take it with you.
Exactly. And it's only, I think, very recent, and you hit the nail on the head. It's only recent, this idea that that the physical world doesn't shape us, number one. And number two is it doesn't give us any sense. It cannot give us immortality. So with that said, a disposable world is very much about the moment of experience, you know, that we experience the world now. And if we could actually learn to exist much more in the now, I think in general, as a human condition, I think a lot of the world would be a far better place.
I agree.
Obviously. As you and I, and we cross boundaries and we end up doing things for different companies and different types of projects and all this sort of stuff, it's completely open for everybody.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
To you, what does that mean to humanity?
Yeah.
You can be this, you can be a filmmaker, you can be a scene maker. It's a much bigger picture.
We used to think that luxury was, you know, like a marble table,
Oh, yeah.
big heavy thing.
That's still the case in cars.
And this idea of what was luxury was precious stones, you know, heavy gold.
Heavy
gilt,
means there's a
and
lot
this-
in there.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and personally change the surface of this object. So when I pick up the phone, I want to turn that experience into, let's say, the magical.
That period was fantastic because it was this kind of utopian vision of this idea that we're all gonna, by this point, 2013, we're all gonna be living on another planet.
I'm always most excited about what either I'm working on at the moment or what I just finished.